more than a caffeine kick. How coffee reshapes the gut-brain connection. New research from University College Cork suggests that the benefits of coffee extend far beyond the temporary energy boost provided by caffeine. A study published in Nature Communications reveals that coffee, both caffeinated and decaffeinated, actively reshapes the gut microbiome, influencing the gut-brain axis to improve mood and psychological well-being. The gut-brain connection. To understand these findings, it is essential to recognize the microbiota gut-brain axis. This is the bidirectional communication network between our digestive system and our central nervous system. Recent science has increasingly shown that the bacteria living in our gut do not just aid digestion. They produce metabolites that can influence brain function, emotions, and stress levels. The study, led by Professor John Cryan, sought to uncover how coffee consumption, withdrawal, and reintroduction affect this delicate biological dialogue. The study design researchers monitored 62 participants, split evenly between regular coffee drinkers, 3-5 cups daily, and non-drinkers. The study utilized a rigorous multi-stage process. Abstinence phase. Coffee drinkers underwent a 2-week period of total abstinence to observe the effects of withdrawal. Reintroduction phase. Coffee was reintroduced in a controlled, blinded environment. One group received caffeinated coffee, while the other received decaffeinated coffee. Data collection. Scientists tracked changes through psychological testing, food diaries, and the analysis of stool and urine samples to monitor metabolite profiles and bacterial shifts. Key findings. Mood versus cognition. The most striking takeaway is that coffee's benefits are not monolithic. Rather, they are split between the chemical effects of caffeine and the nutritional profile of the coffee bean itself. Cognitive and emotional benefits. Mood regulation. Both caffeinated and decaf groups reported lower levels of stress, depression, and impulsivity. This suggests that the polyphenols and other bioactive compounds in coffee play a major role in emotional stability. Memory and learning. Interestingly, improvements in learning and memory were observed only in the decaf group. This indicates that components like polyphenols, which are present in both types, may be responsible for these cognitive enhancements, independent of caffeine. Alertness and anxiety. Caffeinated coffee was uniquely linked to improved vigilance, attention, and reduced anxiety, alongside a lower risk of inflammation. Microbiome transformation. The study found that coffee consumption significantly alters the landscape of gut bacteria. Specifically, coffee drinkers showed increases in Egertella sb, linked to gastric and intestinal acid secretion; Cryptobacterium curtum, involved in bile acid synthesis; Firmicutes, a group of bacteria often associated with positive emotional states in women. These shifts are significant because these specific bacteria may help eliminate unhealthy gut microbes and prevent stomach infections, creating a more resilient internal environment. Why this matters. For years, epidemiological studies have linked coffee to reduced risks of Parkinson's, type 2 diabetes, and Alzheimer's disease. However, the mechanism, the how, has remained elusive. This research provides a vital piece of the puzzle, suggesting that coffee acts as a complex dietary intervention that modifies what microbes do and what metabolites they produce. As public interest in gut health continues to surge, these findings position coffee not just as a morning ritual, but as a functional food that can be harnessed to support long-term mental and digestive health. Coffee is more than just caffeine. It's a complex dietary factor that interacts with our gut microbes, our metabolism, and even our emotional well-being. Professor John Cryan conclusion: the study demonstrates that coffee influences health through 2 distinct pathways. Caffeine drives alertness and anxiety reduction, while the bean's complex chemical profile reshapes the gut microbiome to boost mood and cognitive function. Ultimately, coffee serves as a powerful tool for modulating the gut-brain axis.